Such a great book. And soon after this book came out, another one came out by John Canemaker. This one is called Disney Treasures of Disney Animation Art. There's that Pinocchio running across the screen again. This book is really big. I have to open the cover first before I can put it under camera. I don't even have a high enough camera to show everything. But it has samples of Disney artwork from way, way back. This is Grasshopper and the Ants. There's a Santa Claus over there. Flying mouse. Here you see figuring out where the character is going to run and the fields that go with each pose as it goes across the screen. Drawings from the Grasshopper and the Ant. Somebody has to figure out what does the guy look like. You have to do a model sheet for that. Now we get into some more sophisticated drawing by Ham Lusk of the rabbit from Tortoise and the Hare. You see him wind up, brings the bat around, hits the ball, continue on, follow through. Here down here we see him going up to catch the ball, stretching out, his arm stretches and stretches more, and then it comes back to normal size. And as you keep going, you see some Donald Duck layouts, the old mill layouts, some animation of Goofy from the Hawaiian picture. And here you actually see the animation drawings. So look at all this attention to the water splashing as the wave carries him. And we see little droplets of water back here and over here. Lots of stuff that has to be followed through. This is the aftermath when he's underwater. You see the drawing number is 959. That's how many drawings are in the shot at least. Here's some Goofy with a ghost when they were doing their ghost hunters. And now we get to Snow White. And look at these drawings. Just incredible. And these were done in 1936 for 1937 release. And The Wicked Queen by Art Babbitt. The Dwarves. These apparently are by Fred Moore. As he animates Grumpy grabbing Doc's nose, twisting it. Layout drawings of Bambi. Animation drawing of Ferdinand the Bull. Here's The Giant by Bill Teitla from Brave Little Tailor. You see such solidity and weight and volume in this character. Especially here where you get this foreshortening of the arm and the hand towards camera and the other hand back here. The arc of the body showing you how much force and power he's winding up to hit. And this is when he comes down and claps his hands together. And Mickey has gotten away and he's going around his sleeve. And now the giant says, where did he go? Some effects animation drawing of a flame. Just incredible stuff here. Here's a couple of Mickeys. There's a Fred Moore Mickey, which I think I showed you on one of the model sheets before, and Frank Thomas animation of Mickey from The Pointer. This is where he's telling the big bear, I'm Mickey Mouse. And he's hoping the bear doesn't eat him. Even though he's got the gun, he's hoping the bear doesn't attack him and eat him. So he hides the gun behind him and backs up. Now here's some layout storyboard drawings, is what these are. Donald Duck for some short. And here's the big layouts from Pinocchio. As you see, 3 characters start back here and they march all the way over here. And this is a big layout. And since they didn't have TVs, they don't have a TV cutoff. So each rectangle is camera moving to follow the characters over. Animation drawings of Jiminy Cricket by Jack Campbell. I don't know if he did the animation or just the cleanup. I guess he did the animation, and maybe he did his own cleanup. Here's Jiminy inside the bubble underwater. There's the cat. Background paintings. Here's Stromboli from Pinocchio. Just incredible animation by Bill Titla. This animation here is Frank Thomas. And this is Nick Nichols. Did this animation of the coachman leaning in the camera. Look at the timing chart here. Some effects from the Nutcracker Suite, the Mushroom Dance. Mickey drawings from the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Look at all the attention to all this detail you have to show for the water coming up as he's falling. Drawings from Fantasia for the dinosaur sequence. Drawings from Fantasia from the Centaurs and Centaurette sequence. The Hippo Dance, Preston Blair, who did the Preston Blair animation book that I go through. He did a lot of the animation in this dance sequence with the hippos. And he also did a bunch of the Mickey animation from Sorcerer's Apprentice. And here's the big bad guy, Chernabog from Fantasia. These are drawings by Kai Nielsen. And then here's actual animation drawings by Bill Titla. And these just blew us away when we saw them. Nobody before or since has done drawings like this for animation. Bill Titla was the best animator there ever was. He also did drawings of Dumbo as the baby with his mother's trunk outside the window of the caravan. He said he based Dumbo on his little baby at the time. So here we get the pink elephants on parade. These are inspirational drawings. And then the actual animation done by Hicks Loki, who I met long time ago. That's back in the 80s and when I was living in North Hollywood. A really nice guy. The drawings are so far out and took a lot of time to do. These elephants marching around. And now we get into Bambi. Drawings by Mark Davis of Flower. Story sketches. Tyrus Wong was the inspirational artist on Bambi. And now we get to a Donald short called Derfura's Face, animation by Milt Neal. So another great book. Here we go, Mark Davis. This is the eagle fighting the octopus. This is Victory Through Air Power. And I guess Mark did these drawings of the eagle attacking the octopus. This is for World War II. One octopus is Germany, the other octopus is Japan, as they want to conquer the world. So Victory Through Air Power was showing how we could use bombers to win the war. So here's one of my favorites by Ward Kimball of Three Caballeros with Donald and Jose Carioca. And the other bird's name, I believe, is Panchito. And I just thought these drawings were so great to actually show what goes into making fast action. And then you do a cleanup. And then this is from Eric Larson for the Flying Gauchito. The amount of work for animation, just incredible. This is when they were thinking of doing a picture with Salvador Dali, the famous artist. This book is so heavy. Shaking my camera stand and desk here. This is from The Whale Who Sang at the Met. Look at all this detail on water coming down. Musicians. Here's Song of the South inspirational sketches. Story sketches by Bill Peet, famous story artist and children's book illustrator. He left the studio in the 60s and became a children's book illustrator. Did his 30-some years, I guess, and said, yep, that's enough. Animation by Ollie Johnston of Brer Fox. Here's anticipating down, comes up with his hand over his head so he can slap his hand on his head in shock. This is Little Toot. And you see the animator does a drawing on this sheet, and the effects guy does his drawings on a separate sheet of paper. This is Ichabod and Mr. Toad story sketches. More story sketches. Some animation of Badger by Milt Kahl. He comes into the room, turns around, leans up against the fireplace, and then, what am I going to do? And sinks down. So this is the rat, animated by Eric Larson. And I think this is where he says, sorry Toad, I misjudged you. Background painting. Now we get into Cinderella. This is their first big production feature after the war. Now we get into Alice in Wonderland, inspirational sketches, story sketches, animation. How you can animate something that doesn't even have life to it. You bend it around and squash and stretch it like you would anything else. Frank Thomas animating the door handle. Cheshire Cat, which I think was mostly animated by Ward Kimball, who probably designed it. Susie Little Blue Coupe. Toot Whistle Plunk and Boom, which was a history of music. And we do Peter Pan here. Ollie Johnston animation of Mr. Smee from Peter Pan. Here he's trying to catch a bottle before it breaks, I guess, or maybe he just tripped. There's the continuation. He catches the bottle on his fingertip. It says, woo, saved all the booze. I get to Lady and the Tramp background. Animation by Eric Larson of one of the dogs that was in the pound with them, named Peg. And they used Peggy Lee as the voice to sing the song He's a Tramp. John Lounsbury drawings of one of the restaurant owners playing the accordion from Lady and the Tramp. That was during the meatball sequence. And then we get to Sleeping Beauty. Incredible looking film mostly background design by Ivan Earl. And since they did the backgrounds first, they said, well, the characters have to kind of match that, so they designed characters second. 101 Dalmatians, big drawing there. This is where they started using Xerox lines on the cells. Instead of people hand inking the cells, they had a Xerox machine that would transfer the drawing to a cell, which put all the inkers out of work. Sword in the Stone, which I remember so well from my childhood. Saw that in the theater. Background and inspirational drawings. Now we get to the Jungle Book. This is milk call animation of the tiger Shere Khan. The drawings are exquisite. You can't find any other animation like this anywhere. The guy was one of the greatest. So we keep going. Here we get the Aristocats. Pretty sure these are Ken Anderson drawings. You do a drawing like this as concept art, inspiration art, to show people in animation and layout and background what you're looking for the picture to look like. Overall key design of the picture. And Robin Hood. This is Rescuers, inspirational drawings. All kinds of drawings have to be done for these pictures to get everybody on the same page. Fox and the Hound. And the last picture is this one by Mel Shaw for The Black Cauldron, which came out in '85, I believe. And that's the end of the book. So, see if you can find this one too, used on eBay or Amazon. Great book. Treasures of Disney Animation Art and The Illusion of Life by Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. Sorry this video went on so long, but I was eager to share my treasures of Disney books. In the meantime, keep drawing and keep having fun.